We have an unidentified flying object.
Researcher on a mission with Dr. J.N. Ilias.
We have an unidentified flying object.
Welcome back to another episode of Researchers on a Mission, ROAM Radio, about mental photography. And I figured instead of me telling you about it, why don't we bring the founder, Shannon Panzo of ZoxPro, ZoxPro.com. Mr. Panzo, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you, Dr. J. Thank you for allowing me to be here today. Go ahead.
I was going to say it's an absolute honor because for a long time we've been telling everyone how important it is to learn the basics of the brain because it's a clear standard, and scientists know this, that we use such a small portion of it. Yet if we used most of a lot more than 3%, we can unlock limitless abilities. And I figure who better to explain it than you?
Well, we are definitely in the business of changing ordinary people into extraordinary people. We do it every day. We teach people how to tap into the limitless ability of their photographic memory. The photographic memory, they always have it available to them. They just, for one reason or another, have lost access to it or have switched it off, and they no longer have access to it. But once you understand how you can tap into that using the mental photography, it becomes so much easier to do anything you want to in life. Anything that you want to change, anything that you want to make better, all require information. And with the amount of information we have available to us today, we have to take in just a tremendous amount of information. Most of that information you'll find is actually not really good information. You need to be able to decipher what the good information is from all the rest of it. This is what gives you the tremendous ability to make clear, spot-on decisions that are going to enhance your life from that point on. And again, anything you want to change in your life, you need to actually have good information to start with. The quality of changes that you make in life, the quality of things that you do in life, all depend upon the quality of the information that you're taking in and able to disseminate in your own fashion.
Now, some people out there obviously are going to think that, oh, this doesn't work, or others are going to say only certain people with certain abilities can use this. But I beg to differ. And of course, so does astronaut Edgar Mitchell. What do you say to all those people out there? Isn't everybody capable of this?
Everybody is capable of doing this. This is all based upon natural abilities that you were simply born with. The abilities that you were born with, you never lose them. And it's just a matter of you gaining access to them, being able to really plumb the limits of what you have available to you. Now, the main thing that keeps people away from doing this is they have been brainwashed. They have been told repeatedly, time and time again, that they cannot get information unless they read it verbatim. Well, that is the furthest thing from true, because whenever you were born, you had access to incredible amounts of information at any given time on all sensory levels. That is called your eidetic memory. And you never lose that. You always have it. The photographic memory is actually a misnomer because it's limited to talk about the visual sense. But we actually get this on all sensory levels at the same time. That is the eidetic memory. We never lose it. Now, eidetic memory is something that's rather difficult for some people to remember or say, so of course that's why most people use the photographic memory as what they're talking about. The mental photography allows you to tap into the photographic memory and start utilizing it for information, but it's an excellent brain exercise. It teaches people really how to master their brain power and use it in accomplishing throughout their life. Most people walk around every day in this cloud, this meisma, if you will. And that meisma is based upon the fact of indecision, not being able to make clear decisions easily. That can even lead to various states of depression. So whenever you see how how there's so many different ways that a person can benefit from this and use it, then to me, it's a no-brainer. You do it.
Now, when you learn how to Zox, essentially the term you coined of photographing, mental photography, you actually unlock your brain to do other things. It even hints things such as psychic abilities or, like you said, utilizing your senses more. Can you give people a little, I don't want to say demo, but sort of a quick breakdown of what it is you're going to undo that our mainstream media and schooling teaches us that you have to undo in order to get us back to where we were before the brainwashing?
Well, I hate to play the part of the conspiracy theorist because that's kind of where this is leading to. But really, you've heard of the dumbing down that the so-called establishment is in due process of pretty much all the time. Why? The answer is easy. If you have a relatively dumb populace, then they're very easily controlled. If they are a smart populace, they can make smart decisions and know what the heck is going on, well, they're a little bit harder to control than a dumb populace. Now, whenever you're dealing with our way of doing things, we take in information. We not only take in information at very high rates of speed, most of our clients are well in excess of 100,000 words per minute. Now, that may sound quite incredible, but again, this is not reading. It's not speed reading. It's something completely different. It's a different brain function than those two things. Reading, you must learn. Mental photography or Zoxing is something you're born with. You just need to reallocate it and structure it as such. What is really neat about all the wonderful things that have happened to mankind, one of the interesting things is subliminal advertising. Now, you might think, oh, gee, subliminal advertising, that stuff's terrible. Well, guess what? It actually does one really, really positive thing. It exercises your eidetic memory every day because through simple exposure, you are exercising this faculty that you have available to you every day, but you don't know how to use it. You don't know how to put it in your own pocket. You don't know how to make it work for you. We teach you how to do that.
It's been a fascinating interview, and I know people are going to learn so much more when they go to your website, zoxpro.com, and I'll give you a chance to say that. But if you have one final message, as long as it needs to be, to give to everybody out there, what would it be? And then, of course, where can they find you?
We've been turning ordinary people into extraordinary people for a long time. We teach people how to gain true brain power, and we've been doing it since 1975. If you want to make a difference in your life, this will.
Thanks again, everybody. ZoxPro.com, ZoxPro.com. Again, this was founder Shannon Panzo and director, and it's been a pleasure. We'll definitely have to have you back on. Thanks again, and stay tuned, everybody.